G'day 1-2s, Mr. Davis here. I'm going to be showing you guys how to do some measuring of capacity today with some different things from around the house. Now, I've found some different sized containers, some different sized jugs and things like that just from the cupboard. You can find whatever. Different containers to measure with to show you guys, but I'll show you some other examples as well. So the first one I'll be using is a measuring jug. I've got a banana bread tin and a pot, so they're the three I'm going to use today. Some other suggestions: I've got a Nutribullet container, a little measuring jug, and you could just use cups and things like that as well. Obviously you can just use water or sand or dirt to measure out capacity, but they might be better off for outside and probably a bit messy. So I've just got some things from around the house as examples. I'm going to use two different ones today. I've found some dominoes. You could use dominoes to fill up these containers to find out the capacity. You could use chess pieces. I found some of those laying around. They're pretty good as well. Raided the board games cupboard and found Scrabble. You could use all the Scrabble tiles. They're all the same size. And then today I'm going to be using apples. Got a whole heap of apples from the apple tree. And I'm going to be using some of my Easter chocolates, my favourites. Alright, so first I'm going to go with one of these containers. I'm going to go with the jug. Now what I want to do is apples first. I'm going to fill this jug of apples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now it's not perfect. You can see there's a few gaps in there. Okay, but now I'm going to test and see which one can hold more apples out of these other containers as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So out of these two containers, this one has more capacity because it can hold more apples. It's still got more in there left over. I'm going to pop them all back in here. Let's see how many the pot can hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, if I cut that one, it might just fit 5 apples in the pot. So again, this jug has a bigger capacity than this pot because it can hold more apples. Okay, so this pot, measuring with apples, has got the least capacity. Okay, that one had 5 apples. This one had 8. I can't remember how many in here. I'm going to double check again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 5 apples could fit in the pot. That's my smallest capacity. 8 apples fit in my bread tin, banana bread tin, and 15 apples, I just forgot, fit in my red jug. So this one has the most capacity, second most, and the least. Again, you can use any containers you can find around the house. Okay, make sure you don't make too much of a mess. And you can use anything you can find to find the capacity of those containers. Just make sure you just use the same thing to measure. So if you use apples, just use apples. I'm now going to use my favourites, and I'm just going to use my favourites. Okay, I've changed my mind. I will use these two jugs that I had from before. So before I do this one, I'm going to have a guess. So this is maybe for an extension task if you want to try it. I'm going to guess which one I think will hold more out of these containers. You can challenge yourself and do 3 or 4 containers, as many as you like. Now looking at these two, I reckon this one's going to hold the most and this one will have the biggest capacity. Alright, you can do your measuring this way. If you use water or sand, it's probably easier to do it like this. If you're using big objects like apples, you probably have to put them in and count them. I'm going to tip my favourites in. Oh, yummy. See, that might have happened with water, but it's just chocolates. And it is full, just about. Now, okay, there are a couple of gaps. It's not perfect, but it's pretty close. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tip this into my other container. So you could do it this way if you have water or sand. And I'm pretty much full there with that one. So out of these 2 containers, this one has more capacity because I've tipped the items in there, or the water or the sand, whatever you use, and it's still got some left. So this can hold more than this container. All right, so thank you. Have a try at home with some things you can find. Just make sure you use the same thing to measure. So don't mix up chocolates with some apples and then a couple of chess pieces. Just use the same thing. Thanks, guys.